Good evening, Ms. Rani Rampal. Thank you. Thank you so much for being with us here today on our 64th Founders Day celebrations. We've been waiting to meet with you. Of course, we'd have been happier if you could have come in personally and interacted with our students. However, we are just happy that you're here with us today. And all my students are waiting to listen to you, to your message. And they're so inspired by your story, your life's journey, and we'd be so, so happy when you respond to some of the questions that they have. So welcome once again, and I'm so, so grateful that you're here with us today, ma'am. Thank you very much for taking out the time. And I wish you well because it is all virtual. It'll be a little different, but I hope one day we can actually invite you in person, and you will love it at Vellum, and I'm just waiting to welcome you in, ma'am. Thank you very much for being with us again.
मुझे भी बहुत अच्छा लगा एक्चुअली आपके स्कूल में हम फिजिकली आना चाहते थे बट पॉसिबल नहीं हो पाया बिकॉज मेरा भी ट्रेनिंग स्केड्यूल बहुत बिजी रहता है एंड स्पेशली कोविड की वजह से ट्रैवल थोड़ा डिफिकल्ट है करना और हम बायो बबल में ट्रेनिंग करते हैं तो इसलिए बहुत डिफिकल्ट है लेकिन मुझे अच्छा लगा कि इतने अच्छे स्कूल के लिए मुझे एक अपॉर्चुनिटी मिली कि मैं बच्चों के साथ इंटरेक्ट कर सकूं और उनके साथ अपना एक्सपीरियंस शेयर कर सकूं So yeah, I think we go ahead.
And at Vellum, we've always been very, very closely associated with hockey from our first founder's time, Ms. Grace Linnell. And and all my alumni are watching you. The moment I said that you will be our chief guest, you don't know how much happiness and excitement that is there across the world. The entire alumni and all of them are watching you today. And they believe, it's a very proud moment for all of us. And you have done India proud. And we can't tell you how grateful and happy we are to meet you today. And the program goes like this, ma'am. We start with an invocation, and I'll introduce you and then play your message that you have already sent. Post that, two of my wonderful captains, Myra and Chaya, will ask a few questions on behalf of our students, and we just wait to hear you. Post that, my principal's annual report will resume. And then, of course, we have our president's speech. And later, this is the first time ever at Vellum we have made a movie. It's called None on the Run. It's been a grand experience for us. It's a milestone and for us at Vellum. And you are here with us today on that day when we are celebrating something that in the history of Vellum we have not done before. But it's a very proud moment for all of us. And we are so, so happy that you're sharing that moment with us. Thank you, ma'am. So we will begin the day's program. I'll request Chaya, my captain, to take over just now. And we'll start the program in just a couple of minutes. Thank you once again. And I look forward to meeting you very soon in person. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
I guess you heard the loud applause. That's what we're waiting for, and that's what you mean to us. Thank you, ma'am.
A very warm good evening to our chief guest, Padma Shri Ms. Rani Rampal, respected board members, distinguished guests, parents, staff, and students. Welcome to the 64th Founders Day celebration. I request everyone to please rise for the invocation shlok, Sarva Mangal Mangalya.
Sarvartha
Namaste. It gives me great pleasure to invite one and all to the 64th Founders' Day celebrations, which are once again virtual this year. My staff and management join me in sharing this sentiment and sincerely hope that the world returns to a normal mode and we can function like the school that we were before the pandemic. I must confess that there exists a perennial vacuum in us without our students, and I'm reminded of that lacunae even as I stand at the podium today with just half the strength. However, as I have always said, Vellum's strength lies in its ability to view every challenge as an opportunity and emerge stronger and robust. This pandemic was just another challenge that we transformed into a learning experience which has brought out the best in each one of us in terms of creativity, ideating, and executing it to precision, using alternate ways, evoking the proactive, compassionate self from within. Today, we celebrate our 64th Founders' Day. I'm delighted to virtually welcome amidst us the pride of our nation, Padma Shri, Ms. Rani Rampal, Captain, India Women's Hockey Team, under whose leadership the Indian women's hockey team equaled their best ever Olympics campaign with a finish where we were placed fourth after losing narrowly against Great Britain in the bronze medal match. At the age of 15, Rani became the youngest player to represent the national team when she made her debut at the Champions Challenge tournament held in 2009. She hails from the state of Haryana and was the first Indian women's hockey player to be nominated for the International Hockey Federation Women's Young Player of the Year Award, as well as the Best Young Player of the Tournament Award at the 2010 Women's Hockey World Cup in Argentina. It was under her captaincy that India created history as they won the Women's Asia Cup in 2017. Rani believes that Asia Cup was just a stepping stone for bigger things to come, as her team qualified for the quarterfinals of the Vitality Hockey Women's World Cup London 2018. An inspirational leader, Rani led her team to more glory as the women's team won the silver medal at the 2018 Asian Games. Rani was also felicitated with the Arjuna Award in 2016, World Games Athlete of the Year 2019, Hockey India Dhruv Batra Award for Best Women Player of the Year 2019, Rajiv Gandhi Khel Ratna in 2020, and Padma Shri Award in the year 2020. Her goal at the International Hockey Federation Olympic qualifiers in 2019 ensured India beat the USA 6-5 in goal aggregate and won a berth for Tokyo. She had also led the team to victory in the 2019 International Hockey Federation Series finals. In Tokyo, Rani played her second Olympics and the first as a team skipper. Thank you, Ms. Rampal, for agreeing to be the chief guest for this year's Founders' Day. Your incredible journey is bound to inspire the entire audience, especially my Vellumites, who must be eagerly waiting to hear you speak. We welcome you once again, and we are truly honored by your presence.
Hello students, I feel honored to be here today and have this platform to speak to all of you. It is a matter of great responsibility to have a chance to speak with young students who have their whole life full of possibility ahead of them. For it is you all who will shape the future of our country and our society. I am a firm believer in the thinking that it is each person's moral responsibility to try and improve conditions for future generation, be it in sports or any of life. With our work, we must always try to make an impact on present condition in such a way that we open the doors of opportunity for the ones who will follow after us. If we have done that, we can look back on our contributions and efforts with a sense of satisfaction. If I were to take my own example, before I came into the Indian women's hockey team, I faced many challenges. I hail from a conservative society in Shahabad in Haryana, where girls are not allowed to take up a sport. My parents had to face a lot of criticism from neighbors and relatives for allowing their daughters to pursue hockey. But I was very determined. Neither did I allow the societal pressure to affect me, nor did I allow my financial challenges to halt my dreams. I come from a very poor family, and my father had to work very hard to provide us with 3 meals a day. Yet I was determined to play for India. It has never been easy, nor has been a quick process, but the team has always worked hard with the objective of being better than we were yesterday. Sticking to this mentality over the last 8-10 years has brought the Indian women's hockey team to a level where we can really say that we have improved the state of women's hockey to some extent. Staying true to my own thinking, my personal goal now is to see the team do even better in the coming years. Strongly believe that this is possible, as I think that we have been successful in inspiring lot of young women to think that they can make a name for themselves and make their country proud by playing hockey. While it would make me personally very happy if all the students present here today decided to take up hockey and play for the country, I know that things do not always work like that. Every student and every person has their own field of interest where they wish to make an impact. But if we all can agree to come together and work to improve things in our respected fields, then we would have done our country proud and made this world a better place to live in. Thus, my parting message to all of you would be to believe in the process of hard work and having the self belief and conviction in your own goals. While we can count on support of our loved ones to always help us, hard work and self beliefs are choices that only we can make for ourselves. With this thought, I wish you all the best for your future. May all your dreams turn into reality someday. Thank you.
वेलकम मैम। मेरा पहला प्रश्न आपसे है कि भारतीय हॉकी टीम के कप्तान होने के नाते आप उन छात्राओं को क्या सलाह देना चाहेंगी जो भविष्य में भी हॉकी प्लेयर्स बनना चाहते हैं?
मेरा उन सभी गर्ल्स को यही मैसेज है, बीइंग अ इंडियन हॉकी कैप्टन एंड बीइंग अ हॉकी प्लेयर, कि आप स्पोर्ट्स चूज कीजिए। कोई भी स्पोर्ट्स हो सकता है, नॉट ओनली हॉकी। एंड आप उसको अगर पैशन से खेलते हैं, उसमें हार्ड वर्क करते हैं, तो आप भी एक दिन जो जहाँ पे मैं हूँ वहां पे पहुंच सकते हैं। कोई भी चीज इम्पॉसिबल नहीं है, लेकिन कहीं ना कहीं से हमें शुरू करनी पड़ती है, और पैशन और हार्ड वर्क एंड डेडिकेशन के साथ हम कुछ भी अचीव कर सकते हैं। एंड सेल्फ बिलीव मोस्ट इम्पोर्टेंट, कि हमारे अंदर सेल्फ बिलीव जरूर होना चाहिए कि हम कुछ कर सकते हैं।
थैंक यू सो मच मैम। हमारा दूसरा प्रश्न ये है कि यदि 26 वर्ष की रानी रामपाल को 16 वर्ष की रानी रामपाल को कोई सलाह देनी होगी तो वो क्या होगी?
वेरी गुड क्वेश्चन। एक्चुअली जब छोटे होते हैं तो हमें चीजों की ज्यादा समझ नहीं होती उतनी, आपको एक्सपीरियंस से चीजों की समझ आती है। लेकिन अगर अभी मुझे 16 ईयर्स ओल्ड रानी को अगर मैसेज देना है, तो वो यही मैसेज होगा कि जो भी आप काम कर रहे हो, आप उसकी प्रोसेस को इंजॉय करो, क्योंकि प्रोसेस, आपकी जो जर्नी है वो बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है। अल्टीमेटली हम एक मिशन के लिए काम करते हैं, लेकिन वो जर्नी हम भूल जाते हैं। वो जर्नी में ना, क्योंकि हम सब इतने कंपटीशन वाले वर्ल्ड में रहते हैं कि एवरी सिंगल डे इतना कंपटीशन है एवरी फील्ड में, तो हम उस रेस में चल रहे हैं एक दूसरे से आगे निकलने के लिए, तो हम वो जर्नी इंजॉय नहीं कर पाते। तो यही है कि वो जर्नी इंजॉय करो, जो आप इतनी मेहनत कर रहे हो जिस चीज के लिए, और जो आपके सराउंडिंग लोग हैं उनके साथ एक अच्छी मेमोरीज क्रिएट करो।
थैंक यू मैम। मेरा अगला प्रश्न आपसे है कि आपने उन मुश्किल मैचों के दौरान मानसिक बल का बखूबी परिचय दिया है जिनमें आप पर भारी मानसिक दबाव था। तो आपने अपने साथ घटी कुछ ऐसी घटनाओं को हमारे साथ साझा कीजिए जिनके कारण आपके कठिन समय में भी आप शांत रहे थे।
एक्चुअली प्रेशर सबके ऊपर होता है। आई थिंक आप सभी लोग स्टूडेंट्स हो, आपके ऊपर भी बहुत प्रेशर होता है एवरी ईयर की हमें अच्छे मार्क्स लेने हैं। आपके ऊपर पेरेंट्स का प्रेशर होता है, टीचर्स का प्रेशर होता है। आप खुद प्रेशर क्रिएट करते हो कि अगर मेरे अच्छे मार्क्स नहीं आए तो मैं नेक्स्ट कुछ कर पाऊंगी कि नहीं कर पाऊंगी, अगर अच्छे मार्क्स आए तो मैं क्या करूंगी। वो सबके ऊपर होता है, हमारे ऊपर भी होता है कि अगर हम मैच खेलने जा रहे हैं, हम मैच जीतेंगे या नहीं जीतेंगे। अगर ये मैच हार गए तो हम टूर्नामेंट से बाहर हो जाएंगे। और बहुत सारी चीजें हैं, जैसे जब मैंने इंडियन टीम में जस्ट अभी आई भी नहीं थी, मैं कैंप में ही आई थी, मेरे को बैक इंजरी हुई थी। मेरे ऊपर जो वेट्स होते हैं, स्ट्रेंथनिंग वेट होते हैं, वो मेरे ऊपर गिर गया था वेट, जिसकी वजह से मुझे इंजरी हुई कि मैं बिल्कुल बेड रिडन थी। तो मुझे उस टाइम लगा कि मेरा करियर जो है स्पोर्ट्स का खत्म हो चुका है, मतलब मैं अब कभी स्पोर्ट्स नहीं कर सकती। वो मेरे लिए मेंटली एक बहुत बड़ा चैलेंज था वापस स्पोर्ट्स में कम बैक करना। और उस चीज ने काफी ज्यादा मुझे प्रेशराइज भी किया, क्योंकि मेरा वो करियर बनाने का टाइम था। लाइक 14-15 ईयर्स का टाइम जो होता है वो एक पीक टाइम होता है जब आप सोचते हो कि आपको करना क्या लाइफ में। तो बट वो चीज ने मुझे काफी कुछ सिखाया लाइफ में कि आप कैसे उस चैलेंज को फेस करते हो। एंड देन उस चीज ने मुझे सबसे बड़ी लर्निंग लाइफ में सिखाई कि गिरना बहुत बड़ी बात नहीं होती लाइफ में, लेकिन गिर के उठना कैसे है वो बहुत बड़ी बात होती है।
थैंक यू मैम। एक महिला खिलाड़ी होने के कारण खेल के मैदान में आपको ऐसी कौन सी चुनौतियों का सामना करना पड़ता है जिनका सामना शायद पुरुष खिलाड़ियों को नहीं करना पड़ता?
सबसे बड़ा चैलेंज होता है वुमेन्स के लिए कि स्पोर्ट्स करना, घर से बाहर निकलना, ये बहुत बड़ा चैलेंज होता है। क्योंकि जैसे जिस सिटी से या जिस स्टेट से मैं आती हूँ, वहां पे वुमेन्स को इतनी प्रेफरेंस नहीं दी जाती थी घर से बाहर निकलने की, स्पोर्ट्स करने की। वो सबसे फर्स्ट चैलेंज वही है वुमेन्स के लिए, जो मेंस के लिए कभी नहीं होता। मेंस को कभी कोई नहीं बोलेगा कि आप खेलो मत या आप कहीं जाओ मत, लेकिन वुमेन्स के लिए बहुत सारे क्वेश्चन होते हैं। फील्ड पे भी बहुत सारी चीजें होती हैं। लाइक गर्ल्स का जो करियर होता है स्पोर्ट्स में, वो बहुत एक लिमिटेड सा करियर होता है, बिकॉज देन आपको सोसाइटी एंड पेरेंट्स बहुत प्रेशराइज करते हैं कि आपको अब ठीक है सब कुछ अचीव हो गया, आपको शादी कर लेनी चाहिए। लेकिन वही मेंस को कभी कोई प्रेशराइज नहीं करता उस चीज के लिए। एंड देन शादी के बाद बहुत सारी जिम्मेदारी जो लड़की पे आ जाती हैं, गर्ल्स पे आ जाती हैं। एंड आप उनमें बिकॉज गर्ल्स खुद वैसे बहुत रिस्पॉन्सिबल होती हैं, उनको रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी नहीं भी दोगे वो खुद से लेना शुरू कर देती हैं कि ठीक है मेरी शादी होगी, मुझे अब रिस्पॉन्सिबल लड़की बनना है, कि मुझे सबका ध्यान रखना है। तो वो सब चीजें मेंस को कहीं इतना फेस नहीं करना पड़ता जो वुमेन्स को फेस करना पड़ता है। आई थिंक मेंटल चैलेंज वुमेन्स के लिए एक बहुत बड़ी थिंग है, जो सबसे ज्यादा वुमेन्स फेस करती हैं बहुत सारी चीजों के लिए, जो मेंस को नहीं करना पड़ता। एंड बट इट आई स्ट्रांगली बिलीव कि वुमेन्स लेकिन मेंटली मेन से ज्यादा स्ट्रांग होती हैं।
आपने हमारे प्रश्नों और जिज्ञासाओं का समाधान किया। आपका बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। थैंक यू सो मच मैम।
Thank you for asking these interesting questions. Actually, I'm really proud to be a girl. मैंने सब लड़कियों को देख के तो और भी अच्छा लग रहा है कि मुझे आज मतलब स्पेशली गर्ल्स के लिए गर्ल्स को इंटरेक्ट करने के लिए बुलाया, तो it's my pleasure.
Vellum has been known for its hockey team since Miss Linnell's time. And so we are honored to have India's women's hockey team captain, Miss Rani Rampal, as our chief guest today. Thank you so much, ma'am. I now request our principal, Mrs. Sambashivam, to unwrap the painting which the school has made for Miss Rani Rampal. We hope this painting finds a pride of place in your house.
she likes it.
Ma'am, as a token of our appreciation and gratitude, we will soon be sending you your gift along with this painting, and we sincerely hope you like it. Thank you once again, ma'am.
It is my great honor to welcome Mr. Deepak Kapoor, President of the Board of Governors, Vellum Girls School Society. I feel very fortunate to be working under Mr. Kapoor, whose clarity of thoughts combined with the ability to make quick decisions that are firmly rooted in ethics and compassion has helped us undertake huge projects and run the school successfully in these turbulent times. Candid and plain-spoken, Mr. Kapoor offers the necessary freedom to experiment new ideas and is a pillar of support who is only a phone call away for any discussion. Welcome, Mr. Kapoor. Our local board members, Mrs. Neelu Khanna, Vice President of the Board of Governors, and Mr. Ravi Shankar, Chairman, Campus Subcommittee, have been an enormous support to the school, and they have been actively involved in every area of school life, and their presence has been instrumental in the success and quick completion of several projects. During these tough financial times, the Finance Subcommittee chaired by Mrs. Usha Rajiv and supported by Mr. Shyam Saran, Mrs. Hema Badwar, and Mrs. Meeta Sen Gupta proved to be a huge blessing as they helped us maintain the robustness of the financial health of the school, as well as recommended discount in the school fee, which was meant to bring relief to the parent community. The Scholarship Committee also offered bursary to a large number of applicants, which has further eased the financial challenge the parents have been facing due to the pandemic. Mrs. Hema Mehra Badwar and Mrs. Renu Basu, both ex-Vellumites, not just care deeply about all affairs of the school, but have constantly ensured that every aspect of all stakeholders are looked after. Their regular interaction and collaboration with the Vellum Girls Alumni Association, led by Ms. Shivani Anand, has brought to fruition several initiatives, from offering a scholarship of rupees 8.5 lakhs to sponsoring the education of the daughters of our sub-staff. We're truly grateful to you for helping the school in every which way. Mrs. Vasvi Bharatram, the Joint Vice Chairperson of the Sriram Schools, has brought forth all that is current in the field of education and shared best practices in education at every meeting. The school has made giant strides in the field of IT in the last few years by integrating all aspects of the student information system through the establishment of a new ERP. With Mr. Jayant Krishna now at the helm of the IT subcommittee, the school is bound to make further progress in bringing the best practices followed by the finest schools across the globe. I once again welcome all the members and thank you all for taking a magnanimous and progressive approach towards school matters. Thank you for taking out the time to attend today's ceremonies. I'd also like to welcome Ms. Vinita Bali, former President WGSS, former board members, Mrs. Sangeeta Kane, Principal, Vellum Boys School, Dr. Jagpreet Singh, Headmaster, the Doon School. I'd also like to extend my warm welcome to Mrs. Jyotsna Brar, former Principal, Vellum Girls School, Mrs. Datta and Mrs. Geeta Sharma, Mrs. Mathur, former Vice Principals, members of the Society and alumni, other distinguished invitees, parents, staff, and my dear students. 6 years before, as I stood here, I recall the euphoria one felt belonging to a part of an institution that has a unique legacy, a legacy with high standards of ethics, where young girls are nurtured into strong, witty, empathetic young women who believe in living a life that matters, women who are not afraid to take the road not taken. On that day, I promised to take the school to greater heights and focus to offer the best of education, an education that will assimilate the requirements of changing times, an education that uses technology as a tool to enhance learning but never succumbs to it, to offer a conducive learning environment that nurtures an inquiring mind, a space that kindles curiosity, that hones skills of hypothesis, planning experiments, observing and tabulating them cohesively to make inferences, and above all, develop the fine ability to generalize and make connections, decimating any form of learning in watertight compartments. In order to achieve this, we as a team have made a paradigm shift in the way we create lesson plans, where curricular instructions are moving from a teacher-centric mode to a student-directed learning process. I must confess that the virtual teaching learning methods currently adopted has catalyzed this process and given it a greater momentum. It has indeed helped us in initiating the creation of student self-learning manuals, where a potent combination of blended learning and flipped classrooms is in the process of getting integrated into the teaching learning program on a continuous basis. As they say, the proof of the pudding is in the eating. The ISC and the ICSE results this year have been fantastic despite the uncertainty hovering around the examinations due to COVID. Ms. Palak Agarwal of class 12 has topped her batch and secured 99.75%. Palak scored 100 in mathematics, physics, and biology, and 99 marks in English. The Kandhelwal Shield for highest aggregate in ISC examination has been rightly awarded to flycatcher 131 Palak Agarwal. In ISC, 74 out of 78 students who appeared for the examination secured an average of 90% and above. We are extremely delighted to announce that our class average is a remarkable 94.93%. Several students have scored 100 marks in their subjects, 8 of them in mathematics, 8 in political science, 3 of them in psychology, and 4 in history. In class 10 examination, Ms. Kushi Mishra has topped her batch and secured an impressive 98.4%. The class average for class 10 is also a remarkable 94.95%. She receives the Saraswati Vasanmal Trophy for the highest aggregate in the ICSE examination 2021. In ICSE, 79 out of 80 students secured an average score of 90% and above. Here too, 9 students have scored 100 in home science, 6 in history, civics, and geography, and we have also scored 100 in mathematics, environmental sciences, and computer applications. We are also happy to share with you that our students secured 100% in several subjects. 4 students secured 100% in history, and the Miss Linnell Memorial Gold Medal for the highest percentage in history in the ISC examination 2021 goes to Woodpecker 143 Anisha Kedia, Bulbul 160 Dia Gupta, Woodpecker 191 Jaya Vats, and Hupu 242 Arushi Agarwal. I'm truly happy to share that Anisha Kedia participated in the World Economics Cup, an international competition where 38 countries participated. She secured the bronze medal and went on to represent India. The Indian team secured the 5th place at the global level. She deserves a loud round of applause for this feat. 8 students secured 100% in political science, and the Devdutt Prize for the highest percentage in political science in the ISC examination 2021 goes to Devangana Prasad, Anisha Kedia, Ishanya Agarwal, Jaya Vats, Tanisha Garg, Arushi Agarwal, Pravisha Verma, and Mehnur Suri. 5 students secured 100% in economics, and the Kumar Bridge Bhushan Cup for the highest percentage in economics in ISC examination goes to Anisha Kedia again, Ishanya Agarwal, Saumya Saraf, Riddhima Agarwal, and Srishti Goel. We are also happy to share that many students have scored 100 marks in subjects such as biology, psychology, mathematics, among others. To the girls
who flew the nest this year, the SC batch of 2021, I would like to say that you have done us proud, and we shall continue to celebrate you as you go to every corner of the globe and carve a niche for yourselves. Dear audience, I'm happy to share that this year too, our students have got admissions into some of the best colleges and universities in India and abroad, such as Ashoka University, Narsi Monji Institute, NIFT, O.P. Jindal Law School, Christ University, UCLA, University of British Columbia, Parsons School of Design, the Pratt Institute, University of Toronto, King's College, Brunel University, UK, and many more. The batch of 2021 has now joined the legion of the thousands of Vellum alumni who spread far and wide in professions varied and inspiring, and each one of us here sends their best to the passing out batch. It is our constant endeavor to appreciate and encourage the academic achievements of our students at various levels. I am proud to share that all our students strive very hard to receive these coveted prizes, and it is always a stiff competition among the several deserving students. I would now like to share the names of this year's achievers. Mahindra Search for Talent Scholarship goes to, in Class 8, Hupu 326 Shambhavi Chandra, Class 9, Hupu again 305 Jeeval Chaudhary, Class 10, Woodpecker 180 Kushi Mishra, and Class 11, Woodpecker 490 Diya Dhyani, and Hupu 034 Janvi Dugar. The Mahindra Verma Trophy for highest aggregate in commerce stream goes to Woodpecker 506 Jia Gupta. The Faculty Trophy for sustained academic standard in humanities stream goes to Hupu 034 Janvi Dugar. The Faculty Trophy for sustained academic standard in the science stream goes to Woodpecker 490 Diya Dhyani. Congratulations, girls. We now move on to the Co-Curricular Awards. As you would have seen for yourself in the morning class exhibitions and Veshika, the school nurtures each student not from the point of view of academics, but ensures a wholesome development of their physical, emotional, and spiritual self so that their brilliance has a 360-degree shine to it. The school offers a host of activities as part of the co-curricular experience to suit the myriad interests of our students. Our students excel in both performing and visual arts with equal elan. Their debating skills in both English and Hindi language is noteworthy. Their culinary skills are of national repute. I'm happy to share the Co-Curricular Awards for this academic year 2021-22. The Sheza Nabi Trophy for debating in English is shared by Flycatcher 233 Raika Rashid Ali, Oriel 545 Ishani Purohit, and Oriel 589 Khushia Jam. The Shubhi Sharma Trophy for Excellence in Hindi Debating is awarded to Woodpecker 506 Jia Gupta. The Suresh Khanna Trophy Excellence in Art is being shared by Bulbul 009 Zara Lal and Oriel 298 Dwani Goel. The Aisha Mayadas Award for Creativity goes to Bulbul 445 Anushka Khetawat. Shri Vasudev Rao Deshpande Trophy for Excellence in Music goes to Flycatcher 616 Shagun Shukla. The Ashna Gupta Trophy for Excellence in Dance goes to Woodpecker 490 Diya Dhyani. The Shiraz and Sanjoli Trophy for Excellence in any field is awarded this year to Woodpecker 609 Aditi Barakoti. Aditi is multifaceted. She plays the tabla. She's a fine dancer of Bharatanatyam and an athlete. Congratulations, girls. At Vellum, we celebrate attitude, equally as much as aptitude. The COVID-19 pandemic has been one of the worst tragedies of our times. And while many of us prefer to stay inside, trying to protect our families and ourselves, there were many warriors who looked beyond and helped the community as much as they could. Whether it was providing ration and food to the needy, providing masks, to opening a ward for COVID testing, our students have placed humanity above all, true to the spirit of our school motto, Artha Shanti Phala Vidya. Our social responsibility initiative, Teach for Vellum, continues with the same purposefulness and rigor we started with. Today we have 10 girls from different backgrounds, all deserving candidates who use this fine opportunity with utmost diligence, fired by their need to excel. In line with this thought, the school recognizes students who go beyond the call of duty and given their best at all times. This year's Anjana Lal Trophy for helpfulness goes to Hupu 034 Janvi Dugal. Award for service beyond the call of duty goes to Oriel 602 Abhijit Kaur Sohal. The Social Service Medal goes to Oriel again 553 Janvi Marwa. The Fool Kumari Award for Love and Compassion goes to Flycatcher 631 Tara Govil. Congratulations, girls. This is a special trophy. The Shanti Varma Trophy for Perseverance was instituted in 2019 in recognition of our beloved Mrs. Shanti Varma, former principal of Vellum. This year, the award is being shared by two bright girls, Flycatcher 081 Aditi Bojnagarwala and Oriel 530 Chaitanya Modi. I now come to the much awaited and very prestigious awards, the Spirit of Vellum Award and the Best Future Citizen Award. I'm happy to announce the Nina Kanta Aluwalia Cup for the Spirit of Vellum. This award is being bestowed to a truly deserving student who topped her batch in the ICSE examination, displayed phenomenal leadership qualities as Woodpecker House captain, is a keen debater, an excellent athlete, and an individual with remarkable personal qualities of loyalty, diligence, resilience, perseverance, ethics, and compassion. This individual is none other than my dear student, Woodpecker 094 Krisha Khanna. The Miss Linnell Gold Medal for the Best Future Citizen goes to another exceptional individual who's been a model leader, a powerhouse of talent, be it debating, dancing, acting, or in academics. Her ever-smiling demeanor and eagerness to help one and all makes her stand apart and leaves no doubt in my mind that she will grow up to be a responsible future citizen. The Miss Linnell Gold Medal for the Best Future Citizen goes to Flycatcher 008 Chaya Singh. I cannot tell you how proud I am of each and every one of these girls. It is so reassuring to see these young women hold the promise of becoming responsible citizens who are bound to leave a mark wherever they go. None of this would be possible but for the dedicated efforts of our staff whose sincere and committed services have maintained the standards of this legendary institution. Today, it is our honor and privilege to felicitate two members who have served this institution for the last 25 years. This year, the Long Service Award in the Teaching Staff category is being conferred upon Mr. Vinod Pal Singh Parmar, a fine teacher of physics who brings to life the most abstract concepts in a tangible and interesting manner. The second recipient is Mrs. Shefali Verma, the head of the sports department and our karate teacher, who is known for her diligence and under whom hundreds of students have benefited and won several competitions at the national as well as at the international level. Congratulations to Mr. Parmar and Ms. Parmar. We are happy to award the Long Service Award to Shri Harinder Lal Masalchi, Shri Devendra Singh Masalchi, who have added love and flavor to Vellumites' food. Srimati Asha Malik, Aya, one of the kindest and loving Didis of our school, and Shri Jagannath Mali, a familiar face tending to our gardens. We thank you all for your contribution, your committed service, and wish you a longer, fruitful stint with us. It is important for me to place on record my appreciation and gratitude to my teaching staff, led by Vice Principal Mrs. Rajshri Ojha and the Deans. The administrative staff led so efficiently by Colonel Khandpal, the school infirmary headed by Dr. Limishi Bhaskaram, and the school mess headed by Ms. Annu Gupta, including all my sub-staff who have used this time for the better, be it infra or in devising better processes and security in the use of information technology, in upgradation of both hardware and software, and by creating a new responsive website. We are happy to share that a new ERP, the school manager, has been put in place. It is a solution that has integrated the entire SIS and offered access to parents from the admission process to following their daughter's progress across fields through a mobile application. We have endeavored to collaborate with organizations world over through virtual exchange programs and use this to help our students further their career and keep them emotionally, physically, and intellectually energized. Thank you, one and all. Despite the lockdown and the school being closed, the online platform offered the students an opportunity to participate in a plethora of competitions and programs from the comfort of their homes. Not the ones to lose time, our students were involved with round square collaborations such as Newcastle School History Collaboration, Young Social Entrepreneurs Conclave, UNOIA, a conclave based on United Nations Sustainable Development Goal, Round Square Ideal Challenge, Round Square International Conference, to name a few. The students were also involved with World Leading School Association, of which we are a part, and participated in cross-cultural leadership programs, Global Educators Conference, and attended several webinars. Our students were also part of TGELF, a global education and leadership organization, and made a mark for themselves by participating in over 10 events based on youth leadership in a wide array of topics ranging from literacy, poverty, environment, etc. Our students also participated in several national level cooking competitions, debates, quizzes, creative writing competitions, IPSC events, and brought home laurels. Within the school, staff and students successfully organized their Literati Fest, the Saroj Srivastava English and Miss Linal Hindi debates, quizzes, inter-house competitions. Art has always been one of our strong points. And our girls have been part of over a dozen competitions, and their work has stood out and been recognized on the international arena as well. As you can see, our students have participated in a wide array of competitions, both national and international, and won laurels, ensuring that Vellum remains a force to reckon with, even in the virtual world. Since the list is exhaustive, I urge you all to go through the principal's annual report, the link of which is on our school website. As much as academics, there is an important area that we passionately pursue, and where the lockdown has been used to our advantage, and this area is campus development and infrastructure expansion in order to provide our students with state-of-the-art facilities and comfort that they richly deserve. With a very capable team of our project engineers, Mr. Nitin Bansal and Mr. Anil Rathuri, led by Colonel Ashutosh Khandpal, we have managed to complete several projects such as upgradation of the labs, all the labs, physics, chemistry, biology, and computer science with state-of-the-art facilities, complete renovation and addition of another floor in the junior girls' hostel, upgradation of the principal secretariat and principal's residence, renovation of guest houses, construction of a new block for staff residences, construction of a visitors' lounge with automatic electronic flap barrier system to enhance security, setting up a fully equipped gym, apart from the many small projects to welcome our students back. To sum up, we have always believed that stagnation of any kind will lead to our decline, and therefore, constantly raising the bar is our own way of progressing with enthusiasm, and every periodic interaction with the most supportive parent community has surely helped us realize and maintain the impetus to grow. Many schools, I must say, are not as fortunate as we are. I truly appreciate and value our parents' support, and my staff and I would like to express our deep gratitude to the parent community for their valuable feedback and their unstinting support in all our endeavors. If we were able to surmount challenges that COVID caused, I must say that it was because we had, dear parents, your support. Thank you. My dear captains, Chaya, Myra, Anushka, Krisha, Kushia, and Arushi. It's been a pleasure working with you, captains. In spite of the pandemic, your never say die spirit enabled us to organize, engage, and expose all our students to a wide range of experiences. I shall always remember you as the batch with abundant talent, strong and fearless in nature, opinionated but reasonable, warm and witty, thoughtful, spontaneously compassionate, a batch that is an eclectic mix of individuals who are so diverse in nature, who come together with a natural ease to offer your best to the school. I want to say this to the batch of 2022, the batch that has lost the opportunity to live their best years of school together. To us, you are truly the winners. You managed to keep your spirits up. You seized every opportunity that was available to engage, explore, and collaborate with students of your age across the globe. You continued to learn with the same curiosity. You managed to believe and work towards planning your future with enthusiasm. You engaged with your juniors and kept them motivated. You dabbled with new learnings and moved on. I'm aware that there were moments of despair and frustration, but you knew to reach out, discuss, and find a solution. This is a shining example of resilience and the power of the right attitude. Deepak Chopra once said, "The measure of your enlightenment is the degree to which you're comfortable with paradox, contradiction, and ambiguity." We often speak of the world we live in, a world that is volatile, uncertain, complex, and ambiguous. As you continue in your life's journey, you must remember that an altered perception has the power to change all that is ambiguous and uncertain, because the right attitude not only has the power to change every circumstance to advantage, but can change the circumstance itself. My teachers and I are proud of each one of you. Just remember to be mindful and grateful for all these learnings. Arm yourself with endless patience and endurance. Rise above the self. Lend your voice to protect the weak. Fight for equality. Have faith in humanity. Never succumb to temptation that this world offers galore. Believe in the power of the individual. Let nothing tarnish your self-esteem. Remain quiet and firm in your resolve to go to the end. Oppose with invariable cheerfulness the obstacles that you may face. Let truth be your weapon. March on until your goal is reached. I now leave you with lines from Christian D. Larson, quote, "Promise yourself to think well of yourself and to proclaim this fact to the world, not in loud words, but in great deeds. To live in the faith that the whole world is on your side so long as you're true to the best that is in you." Quote, unquote. My Vellumites, here's to the best in you. God bless you.
I now request the President of our Board of Governors, Mr. Deepak Kapoor, to address the gathering.
Our honored Chief Guest, Padam Shri Rani Rampal, dear parents, members of the Board of Governors, dedicated set of teachers and staff, my dear students, ladies and gentlemen, a very good evening to all of you. On behalf of the Board of Governors, I welcome you all to the 64th Founders' Day of celebrations. First of all, I hope that all of you and your families are safe and taking all precautions to keep the so-called third wave of the pandemic away. Coming to the event today, I do hope all of you were able to take out some time and attend the events of the day, which were designed for you to see firsthand what we as a school, as a community, and as a family are all about. I'm sure you would have enjoyed watching the morning activities and indeed got a glimpse of the learning-based teaching being done at Vellum Girls' School, which has come to be recognized as a center with high expectations, high standards, and indeed high achievements. Talking of achievements, our principal, Mrs. Samba Visewam, has already shared with you the successes of the school on academic and co-extracurricular sides and the extraordinary achievements of our students, despite another very challenging year. But then, this is what makes Vellum what it is, an institution with the spirit to take on every adversity head-on and get the best out of it. Our staff remains committed, caring, and professional in all that they do as teachers and tutors. We have a pastoral care system which is strong and deeply focused on our children, believing in clear and open communication with parents and guardians. The school management and the staff are flexible, understanding, and committed, always ensuring a wholesome development of our young students. A lot of effort is put in to ensure that our staff is a safe space and indeed a very happy place for each of our children, because apart from it being our responsibility, we very firmly believe that a happy child learns fast and succeeds well. I would like to reiterate that in the center of all that we do are our daughters, their needs, their learnings, and their challenges. All our efforts, our work, and our endeavors revolve around full achievement of each student's potential. And we deem it our responsibility to do our utmost to ensure that each one of them realizes that potential academically, socially, as well as emotionally. Ladies and gentlemen, a number of research studies have shown that the most successful students are those who have both good familial as well as school support. And we are indeed happy and thankful to all of you parents for continuing to be deeply involved in all spheres of your daughter's journey while they are at Wilhelm. When we all share a common vision and work together to guide and educate our children, we bring forth individuals who are ethically upright and intellectually strong on a consistent basis, year after year after year. And for all of us as your board members, being associated with a school such as Vellum, and to be able to interact with adventurous, young and vibrant minds is like a breath of fresh air. And all of us look forward to being part of every event. My personal journey in the last 4 years has been extremely fulfilling as I watched the Wellmites juggle a dozen different skills with absolute ease and grace. I must say, I can't stop marveling at what they manage and how wonderfully so, with such great enthusiasm. And this gives me the confidence, ladies and gentlemen, to state with full conviction that these young tadpoles shall go out in the world and make a difference to the society, to the country, and to the world. My best wishes to Mrs. Sambasivam, Lieutenant Colonel Kanpal, Mrs. Ojha, the entire dedicated staff and lovely students. May the school grow from strength to strength in the years to come. God bless. Bye-bye.
It is my proud privilege as the school captain to now address the audience. Good evening, Honorable Chief Guest, esteemed Board of Governors, Mrs. Sambashivam, all parents, staff, and my fellow Vellumites. As a junior, I often wondered what my parents saw in Vellum, why they were ready to give me up and send me to a boarding school far, far away from them. Standing here on this stage, looking at all the talented, determined, and brilliant young women staring back at me, I have found the answer to all my questions. In the Harry Potter universe, there is a place called the Room of Requirements, a room that instinctively knows what it is that you need and will provide it for you. Vellum is a real-life room of requirements. This school has the ability to see through you and give you exactly what you need in order to become who you are destined to become. Today, I can say with utmost conviction that the class of 22 is a batch of girls who have not only been empowered intellectually, but also been emboldened to become assertive and empathetic leaders. It is a batch that I am truly proud to be a part of. But let me go back to where it all started for me. My bond with Wilhelm was formed way before I was a naive B2. In fact, on the very day that I was born, my parents invested all their faith, their hope, and their belief in Wilhelm and registered me for the entrance exam. None of us had any idea where my journey through school would lead. Yet somehow we knew that Vellum was the right place for me. Thus, it is no exaggeration when I say that I have been inextricably tied to this school since the day I was born. My earliest memory of Vellum is of my first day, when I entered school with curly, untidy, unruly hair, painstakingly set with 100 tic-tacs, and my chunni was far above my belly button. What I remember most vividly from that day is Gauri Gupta, the school captain, smiling at me, introducing herself, and telling me that she would be there for me in case I needed anything. At that moment, I felt for the first time the warmth and comfort that Vellum exudes, and I knew I had found my place and my people. Today, as I stand on the same stage that she once did, my chunni finally in place, my hair no longer as unruly, Vellumites, all I hope is that my words can resonate with you and become even a minuscule part of what makes you, you in Vellum. I must admit that I wasn't aware of what I was truly seeking when I came to Vellum 6 years ago. I was lost, wandering aimlessly through life, not sure what I would fit into in the big scheme of things. Was I supposed to let life happen around me and go with the flow of things? Or was I supposed to do more? Very soon I learned that I must always strive to do my best. In the ensuing years, I have learned that one must never lose sight of the values instilled through the years of schooling, and that speaking up for what is right is not a privilege, it's a duty that every Vellumite must respect and honor. Today, these red brick walls encapsulate who I am as a human being, and it would be impossible to condense into a few words every single capability that this school has helped me hone. But the one thing that Vellum has ingrained in me through example is acceptance and kindness. I have experienced this when at the end of a long day my matron would ask me, "How is your day, Chaya?" Or when in the midst of a particularly harrowing competition, my house mistress calmly said, "Chaya, you've got this. Pull yourself together. I'm here for you." In the compliments and encouragements given to me by my friends, and even the odd smile given to me by an acquaintance I may not be very close to. There is so much that we have received here that I am truly terrified of stepping out of the gates of Vellum, never being able to wear my salwar kameez and my chunni ever again. And yet, somewhere in my heart, I feel a sort of peace, because our little microcosm of tadpoles has prepared me for what lies ahead. And for this, and so much more, I must thank my mentors in school. I cannot appreciate enough all that my teachers have done to make Vellum my home away from home. Miss Savinder Kaur, Miss Gurnam Kaur, Miss Deepti Kumar and Miss Sunita Sharma, you made the dorms a safe space for me. Thank you for making me feel comfortable and welcome in unfamiliar surroundings. To all those teachers who have stayed with me through this journey, Miss Deepak Kapoor, Miss Kusum Tandona, Miss Divija Pandey, Miss Neera Kapoor, Miss Kamal Handa, Mrs. Sidwani, Dr. Saklani, Dr. Chavi Jain, Miss Govil and Miss Upma Shukla. To all those who have left but will remain in my heart forever, Mrs. Gautam, Mrs. Datta, Mrs. Sharma and Mrs. Brar. Thank you for always showing me the way and helping me to grow into the person I am today. I am grateful to all my class teachers for always helping me balance my classes with my activities and listening to all my grumblings. To all the subject teachers who have helped mold me into the girl I am today, I am eternally grateful. Thank you, Mrs. Ocha, for always being there for me every step of the way. And Mrs. Sambashivam, thank you for showing me by example what true leadership really is. I would not be here if not for Mr. Vachani, Ms. Shifali Verma and the sports department, who taught me the meaning of hard work and diligence. Thank you, Ms. Saraswati Bhisht and Mr. Jagdeep Singh for letting me discover my love for hockey and the teamwork, dedication and determination that comes with it. Bairajis, Malijis और दीदीज, आपके बिना हम कुछ नहीं हैं. हमेशा हमारा ख्याल रखने के लिए thank you. To my backbone in school, my captain body, you have supported me through it all, and I wouldn't ever want to work with any other team. My flies, you are the reason my memories of school are filled with so much happiness, laughter, and fun. We will always soar high. All my friends, you have been my pillars of support, and every challenge that I have faced was with you by my side. You are the reason I am confident, even as I stand here today. To my six, you are all so precious to me. I will love you till forever falls apart. SCs, thank you for embracing me with open arms and supporting me as your school captain. I am so proud of each and every one of us for becoming the mature women that we are today. And finally, to my constants, to the people who are always there for better or for worse, my family. Mama, Papa, Zoya. I know I'm not the best at expressing my emotions, but I love you all so, so much. The three of you are my inspiration, and everything that I am today, everything I hold, is because of you and all that you have taught me. You constantly tell me that I could never disappoint you, and I know that no matter what I do, you will always have my back. Your ability to be kind yet firm, your sensitivity and your strength have become a part of who I am, and all I aspire to be is someone who you are proud of. There aren't enough words to express all my love, respect, and gratitude for you. At the end, I'd just like to say that every girl has a spark inside of her, and only amidst these red brick walls, where the sound of bajri crunching under our feet is a sound of constant comfort, is that spark kindled into a blazing flame. This flame within us is the very spirit of Wilhelm, and come hail, come storm, it will never be extinguished. And even when we leave Vellum, I know that Vellumites will let their bright flames light the path of those in darkness and will face every adversity, every obstacle thrown their way with grace, dignity, and courage. Our flame, my Vellumites, will never be extinguished. Our spirits will never be crushed. And our hearts, no matter which corner of the world we might be in, will always belong to Vellum Girls' School, 12 Circular Road, Dalanwala, Dehradun, forever and always. Thank you. I request Mrs. Sambashivam to come up and introduce the evening's program.
Dear students, parents, well-wishers, today is a very special day for all of us here at Vellum. A few months back, we decided to perform a play for our main day presentation. But a few days back, we decided to take a huge leap. We wanted to try something that we've never tried in the history of this beautiful school. And that was about making a movie with the students as actors and singers, and the staff pitching in as script writers, costume designers, set designers, and makeup artists. It was our good fortune that we were introduced to Mr. Avinash Dhyani and his team, who directed the movie None on the Run for us, whose poster we have shared already. Mr. Avinash Dhyani is the founder of Padma Siddhi Films, a Hindi film production house, and a strong believer of cinema is where you are. He's an actor, director, writer, and producer. He started his career as a theatre artist, Rangmanch, and left for Bombay at the budding age of 21 when he learned and acquired the knowledge of cinema. And after 14 years of immense hard work, he has set up his own studio with a team of well-trained artists and assistants in his hometown, Dehradun. But Avinash, to me, is more than a talented young man. In fact, in my opinion, a person who is genuine, honest, sincere, passionate, and a pleasure to work with. I must say that meeting him gives me a huge sense of hope for the youth of tomorrow, because he is one young man who works not just for monetary gains, but for the love of doing what he knows best in the finest possible way. He and his team have worked very hard with our students and created None on the Run that we shall premiere today evening with a great sense of joy and pride. Avinash, I can't thank you enough, and your brilliant team for collaborating with us and making history with us. We wish you the very best in all your future endeavors. I now request you all to sit back and enjoy the first ever production by Vellum Girls' School, None on the Run. Good evening.